This a Batman tune. I promise you. This shit lit, cuz. This shit lit. Alright? Run that joint.
Niggas looking for the light. Me and my niggas prepared for the dog. Yeah. So we gon' get it on for the last days, nigga. You already know what it is. 140 for the rebel.
They in the building, we in the spot. We can go to war and see who make it out. Earn your stripes, dog, you with us or not. We can get it on when it's on, it don't never stop. First you get that power, gotta hold it down. Watch your step, boy, you on holy ground. They in the building, we in the spot. We can go to war and see who make it out. It's a problem, tell them pop ball. I die for I let my colors fly, ball. For a nigga take me, they a drop dead. AR, clean them up like a mop pig. Say he cool, he bad, he really so tough. They like, damn, look what he did to really go rough. Little bitch think she Kiki Palmer, silly hoe. She know I'm that bull, but I ain't from Philly though. From the city where they sing about that ribbon like petty poops. Know them niggas plotting, gotta deal with me. Can't catch me slipping, got to steal with me. Just left Alabama, bought a chopper from some hillbilly move. He made my feel the blade. Leave them all bruised, come through like a plague. Rebel off the leash like a dog out the cage. Call me Johnny Blaze on One West Main. Watch your step get stretched like a limousine. So my brother bring that blade back wet. That's my enemy. A little nigga, this that cold, need to talk. Niggas know I got blood in my cup. I just sip it like it's grenadine. They in the building, we in the spot. We can go to war and see who make it out. Earn your stripes, dog, you with us or not. We can get it on when it's on, it don't never stop. First you get that power, gotta hold it down. Watch your step, boy, you on holy ground. They in the building, we in the spot. We can go to war, let's see who make it out. Tell them niggas good night, here come the bitch. Look, told them niggas get right or get left. UPK, bad man, I pin to your flesh. Hellboy, rip the soul out of dead man shit. Got the rate, the power, I been the showstopper. Yeah, they might hate, but I know they gon' watch. Zone on lock, and you know the flow prop. Iced out, got the drip out of David Jones lock. Know I got the plan, they say that you the man. No shit, Sherlock, I'm the one you heard by. Burn down the building, let them all watch. Throw that One West up, then I swerve. Sick with this shit, I do not need a detox. He don't watch a step, blow him out them Reeboks. We taking over, I'm sending the word out. Can't see me, little nigga, I put you in a bird box. Look, it's One West practical, gladiator, maximum. Creep on them slow, but that Glock fire rapido. All I want is more power, more straps to blow. Ain't got excuse for no car, he gon' have to go. They in the building, we in the spot. We can go to war and see who make it out. Earn your stripes, dog, you with us or not. We can get it on when it's on, it don't never stop. First you get that power, gotta hold it down. Watch your step, boy, you on holy ground. They in the building, we in the spot. We can go to war and see who make it out.
They killed, give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So you said that they put millions of my people. Should a murderer go to jail for murdering? Absolutely. Should a thief go to jail when he steals? Absolutely. Should a robber pay back the money he robbed? Absolutely. So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did? That's right. That's right.
One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a
I'm in a hell of a hole, was never expected to grow.
Just obstacles set in the road, that a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never our home, only a place of captivity, safe facility, hating, disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe this slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting, the trail of my tears is countless. Main fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angels, be ready to rap. Cracking the sky, nuclear missiles will make it official. I'm capturing every cracker surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be, slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cage and safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash, get resolved for the beast. 144, get the ruler show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom we busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now.
You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a
Look, ain't no remorse in my blood, Slim. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I buy gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember your Honda's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in this body, you fit a Lord, fuck the cartel. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback's a bitch in a dress, she a bombshell. Revenge is served cold, I just hope they make an oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear it got that new car smell. Made myself a target in the world of mad shooters. That was designed fire for our babies to pass through. In the day of our king's reign, I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new parabellums.
someday you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a
Shalom, Israel. It's that time again. The ISUPK, under Commanding General Yahana, presents the Lord's 57th Annual Passover. That's right, the Lord's 57th Annual Passover, April 4th, 2026, in Houston, Texas. All black Hispanics and Native Americans are commanded to observe the Lord's Passover. This will be the biggest Passover to date. You do not want to miss this. Fresh lamb, fresh wine, and bitter herbs as commanded by the Most High. Only $200 per person, ages 17 and up. The biggest event of the year. There is only one Passover, and it's under Commanding General Yahana. See you there, Israel. Shalom.
Nobody else there to compare to. Train for war, men of war, and war like apparel. Prefer our leaders, can't get between us. Watch where you stepping. Cause us.
And I'm screaming more fire, more fire. Give them more fire, more fire. I just gotta pray for more fire, more fire. I'm hoping he come with more fire, more fire.
Okay. Homie, I've been...
There's a king that's coming back to save our people. Now, we should be preparing ourselves for the return of our king, not stuck up in these denominations and religions that's destroying our people and destroying our nation.
So when we are in this kingdom and our brother and sister is doing wickedly in this kingdom, we must tell them, look, the world is expecting you to stay docile, to stay stupid.
That's what Christianity teaches our people. Teaches our people to hate one another and love the oppressor. Like, we'll never forgive one another for anything that another brother or sister do to us, but we'll forgive the oppressor in a heartbeat. There's something wrong with that, man.
Imagine living your life as a whole Christian your whole life, and life's good because you're a Christian and Jesus is white and everything's going great, and there's a landslide and the earth opens up and you go downstairs and you walk through this place and you see a black Jesus, man. Why is Jesus Christ black with an afro in the catacombs, man? This predates the Renaissance period.
So when you read the book of Genesis, the trees in the garden with other nations, a leaf, what is a leaf to a tree? Cover the tree. So Adam took the covering of another nation. What's the covering of another nation? Their culture. So when the Most High saw him, say, yo, Adam, where are you, man? Where are you? Don't mean I can't find you. It means like who is this nigga? Like that. Where are you, man? I don't know you.
Okay. So the Ba al Banya Yasha'ala wa Amarath al Ham wa Aidya Yahweh. The Ba means speak. Al, when it's joined with something, so al Banya means what? Unto, right? Excellent. So al, when it's joined with something, means unto. Banya means children. Yasha'ala is Israel. So unto the children of Israel.
Like, if it's one thing a hoe gonna do, a hoe gonna hold. But you ain't, she can't hold if there's nobody to hold with. And the thing she said at the end, where she said, I went back and I lied to him and he still wouldn't do it. And then she threw up her hands and she said, well, he'll just be a brother. That's what he need.
That's
brothers.
right.
If we have more brothers, hoes like her wouldn't have no outlet.
There was a man in the land of Oz, his name was Job, and that man was perfect and upright.
There you go, the man called Job. I think Job is what, like, afflicted. And that man was perfect and upright, meaning what? You can be perfect, man. Job was a man like everybody else, man. Job wasn't no angel, he didn't come from the heavens, and that man was perfect, meaning what? You can be perfect in the Bible. Being perfect is in the Bible.
Had friends on my coattail way before Jimmy. Funny how the general ain't even see a penny. Better show respect, get smoked like a chimney. Keep my name out your mouth, don't even think it. Send a real Smith at y'all know Jada Pinkett. Both ball heads, my grain above 50. Lost my man to the game, that pain that stuck with me. Had to find a cheat code to the street though, cause them niggas getting fouled, shoot you like a free throw. Keep spitting acid like a Mino, and the nigga be the nicest with a mean flow.
All right, shalom Israel, shalom. Let me check quick. Bada bing. All right, cool. All right, shalom Israel. Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Barakatam to all the brothers. Yahweh Shema Alatan Bashim Yahushua to the sisters. We are the ISUPK, started out 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under commanding General Yohana. You know what I'm saying? Since 1969, we've been bringing out the truth, you know what I'm saying, the truth about the Bible, the true identity of what you know today as the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, you know what I'm saying, of South and Central America, scattered all across Europe, you know what I'm saying, and all over the whole world, the true identity of those people that were enslaved by, you know, the so-called Europeans, the Caucasians, the white man, Edomites, you know what I'm saying, and on various different nations in this earth, even like the sub-Saharan trade, the Arabs, you know what I'm saying, giving those people back their identity according to the Bible, teaching them their history, their laws, their language, their culture, you know what I'm saying, teaching them what it is, teaching our people what it is that we need to do to get out of our oppression. All right, so you saw from the class promo, if classes start the week, you know what I'm saying, from 7 till 9 p.m., you know, the Monday law class, Tuesday brotherhood class, Wednesday history, Thursday scripture breakdown, and tonight's class is the Lashawan Qadash class. All right, also after this class, you know what I'm saying, from around 9 to 11, we'll have On the Ends, so make sure you tuned into that radio show. Also every Sunday, I host a live show on TikTok. All right, so you can catch me on TikTok live on Sunday at 2 p.m. Of course, 2 p.m. UK time. All right, so with that, let's go ahead and get into the class. So I see we got Tazarap in the building in the background. Yahweh Bashim Yahushua Barakatah.
Yahweh Bashim Yahushua Barakatah.
All right, Christ. Hold on, let me see if I can get your thing to do this. All right, so show up on the screen even if you don't have your camera on. No sweat. I also got Kayala. Yahweh Shema Alatah Bashim Yahushua.
Yahweh Shema Alatah Bashim Yahushua.
No sign Christ. No sign Christ. Also shout out to, we got Nazamana, Shalom sis. We got Kayla in the comments, no sign Christ. We got Nashara, it's like here. Nasha'araka. All right, Salakia, sis. All right, Yahweh Shema Allah Shem Yahweh Shai. All right, Most High in Christ. So I'm gonna start off. I see Nazamanar has done it already. I'm gonna start off do the registry. So I'm gonna start with Tazarap. All right, Trooper Tazarap, could you state your name and your registry, Baba Kushar?
Slakia, sir, were you talking to me?
Khan.
Khan or Khan? Trooper Salakia.
No, you good. You can start it out like that.
Salakia, Trooper Tazrat Bangad, Ban Yashrala.
No, sorry, Christ. Right, so Tazarap, no Trooper Tazarap, right? I was Kayayal Tazarap, Bangad, Ban Yasha'ala. Right, of course, Kayayal being trooper in Hebrew. Okay, no sweat. Kayala, could you state your registry for me also?
Sir. Kayla, Bath Yahawada, Bath Yasharala.
No, sorry, Christ. So Kayala, Bath Yahawada, Bath Yasha'ala. We also got Nazamanash, put Nazamana, Bath Yahawada, Bath Yashala. No sign Christ. I like to do that at the beginning of each class to make sure everyone knows their registry, everyone knows what it is, you know what I'm saying, how to present yourself before the Lord. Right? It's especially important. Of course, the sisters want to know it as well. It's especially important for brothers, you know what I'm saying, as you become troopers, as you become, you know, brothers in this work, as you become officers, you will be required to present yourself, you know what I'm saying, present yourself in your registry, whether it be for a Sabbath service, whether it be for, you know what I'm saying, you're coming up for a high holy day, you know what I'm saying, to speak, you know, any time you'll need to present yourself, all right? You know, letting people know who you are and your tribe, you know what I'm saying, your what's it called? Your pedigree, all right? So on and so forth. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into tonight's class. Let me see. Let's go through. Don't want to go through the Hebrew alphabet. Why not? I'm gonna share my full screen in case I need to share this the Blue Letter Bible as we going through it. But with one of the two students, I'm gonna have Tazarap. Could you go through the Hebrew alphabet for me, Baba Kushar?
Khan or Khan? A, Ba, Ga, Da, Ha, Wa, Za, Cha, Ta, Ya, Ka, La, Ma, Na, Sa, I, Pa, Tza, Kwa, Ra, Sha, Tha.
Most High in Christ. Most High in Christ. All right, excellent. So again, if there's anybody who doesn't know the Hebrew alphabet, or you might be new to class, new to learning the Hebrew, if you need the Hebrew alphabet sheet, you want to be making these notes, of course. You want to know the Paleo Hebrew. Also, you want to know the modern Hebrew so you can convert it and translate it into the Paleo. I'd read it like the ancient Hebrew. Okay, so you want to make sure you know those things. Also, if anybody, you know, would like this alphabet sheet, you know, just hit me up. Hit up isupkuk@gmail.com. You know what I'm saying? We can get you the sheet. Also, let me put this in the comment. I don't want to do it that way. Hold on. I'll stop sharing my screen for a second. Let me get, that did not stop sharing. Hold on. Also, if anybody wants to attend these classes, like you see the brother and sister here, you know what I'm saying? All you have to do is contact us. All right. So let us know your name, your zone, and the name of your camp leader. All right, and we can look to get you the link, you know, for these weekly classes. All right. Also, let me put that in the chat real quick. I'm gonna put two things in the chat. All right. So one is for the instructions if you want to join the classes. So let me put that in now. Hold on. I didn't copy. Hold on one second. Copy and paste. All right, cool. So I'm gonna put that in the chat. So any brothers and sisters that want to join the UK Hebrew class, make sure you contact ISUPK United Kingdom, you know, on Facebook, email, Instagram, wherever you have our contact. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you follow all our social medias for one. And hit us up, let us know your name, your zone, and the name of your camp leader. Also, for anybody still working on obtaining their Hebrew name, attendance sign-in is required. All right, so make sure you fill in this form. I'm about to link in the chat. You can fill in the form to mark your attendance. Okay. Also, I saw a comment. earlier. All right, shalom to the sister here, Manawath. All right, shalom, sis. How was Shema? Thought about me outside. Okay. And did I get? Yeah, no shower car. I ain't no sweat. Okay, cool. All right, so let me share the screen again, and I'm gonna do carrying on from where we're at. So what we're going through, we've been going over the past 2 classes, is the Hebrew for the 10 commandments, right? So these are the 10 commandments that Moses delivered to the children of Israel. Of course, us being in the ISUPK, we know that there is more than 10 commandments, but I thought this would be an interesting class to do and go through. You know what I'm saying? Go through those 10 commandments that Moses delivered, you know what I'm saying, and learn how to say that or how to read it in Hebrew. Okay, so we've been through, I think, so it's in Exodus 20, and we've been through verse 1 through to, where do we end off? Verse 11. All right, and we're going to pick up at verse 12. Okay, so I'm going to ask you all to read. All right, so could somebody, I'm going to start with Tazarap. Tazarap, could you read these first 2 kind of parts, right? So from here through to here. Let me do it.
It would be Kabad, Ath, Abayaka, Abayaka,
Most High in Christ.
Wa'ath, Osalaki.
Yeah, matter of fact, I could do it. I don't want to do it verse by verse because some of these verses are real short. I'm gonna do it line by line. That'll work for me. All right, so you can carry on as you're reading and read the first line of this verse.
Kana Wakan, Wa'ath, Wa'ath, Amak, Amaka, Lama Ain.
But what's up, buddy?
Ya Arakawan. Ya Arakawan.
So Ya Arak.
Hey, better hit me, buddy.
Salaki, Ya Arakwan. Yam Yak.
So not Yam Yak. You see the connectors right here. So the Ka is separate.
Salaki. Yam Yaka.
Yam Yaka, exactly.
Isle.
All right, Most High in Christ. Kayla, could you read us the second line? And do this.
Ha Arama. Ashar. Yahweh.
That's allowed too.
Alahayaka. Nathan. Laka.
Most High in Christ. All right, so as the brother and sister read, so Kabad, Ath, Abayaka, Wa'ath, Amaka, Lama Ain, La Arakwan, Yam Yaka, Ayal, Ha'adama, Ashar, Yahweh, Alahayaka, Nathan Laka. Okay, so are there any key words here that anybody recognizes and can translate? Let's see, does any words anybody recognize? Any words or phrases?
Salakia. I recognize Isle and Atha.
Isle and Atha. Okay. Atha isn't in this verse. We have Ath. Is that what you're referring to?
Kana Wakan.
Okay. So let's start with Isle. What does Isle mean?
Would that mean over or upon?
Exactly, over or upon. Okay, the context of this verse, I'm gonna put upon. Okay, and then the Ath. What does Ath mean? Or what does it do?
Oh my God. Hi, bud.
if you're not sure, it's no sweat.
Sir, I'm not sure. Lucky.
Okay, no sweat. All right. Are there any other words anybody recognizes, you know what I'm saying, or could point out as to what they mean? Okay, go ahead.
Ma'ain is like intent.
Exactly. Intent, right? So we have lama ain, which would mean what?
Like to the intent, or for the purpose.
Exactly right. So I'm gonna put to the intent, right? We're gonna basically transliterate it. So that's part of this phrase, or I'm gonna put to the intent for right now, and when we extend it further, so we have, of course, ya arakwan yam yaka. We're just gonna extend it further, but that's what we'll leave for now. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put, so we know there's more on this. I'm gonna do that. Okay. Is there any other words or phrases?
Ha Adama Ashar Yahweh.
Okay.
Alahayaka Nathan Laka.
Okay. Go ahead. Translate the whole line. Go ahead.
The land which the Lord your God gives to you, or give to you.
Exactly, right?
Oh,
So
Salakia.
no, go ahead.
Ashar. That's an extra H at the end.
Where?
In Ashar.
Did I? Yeah, right here. Right, Ashar. Okay, so Ashar Yahweh Alahayaka Nathan Laka means to give. So Nathan, of course, as you said, means to give. Laka would be what?
To you.
To you, exactly. So la being two, right? Two or four, and then ka meaning you, right? The same way you could have ka to mean your, you could have ka to mean you as well. All right, so I'm gonna put giveth to you. Okay. So we got that line translated. Any other words or phrases? Okay, no sweat. So let's start from the beginning. So we have the word kabad. All right, so let's find the word kabad right here. This word kabad, I like to go into it. It does, give you a definition on the side there typically, but I do like to go into the word, see how it's used in the Bible. Okay, so it means to be heavy, to be weighty. Okay, so it means to make honorable, all right, or to be honorable, or to give honor. All right, so this word in this context means to honor, right, or give weight, right? Give weight to, and of course, it's going to make sense as we read on, right? We're going to translate this word as honor. Okay, then we have this ath, right? Who can tell me what this ath does? I know, Tazrat, you mentioned you weren't sure. Kaila, do you know what this ath does?
It tells us, is it like what the verb applies to, or what's being applied to the verb?
It's what the verb applies to. All right, you're exactly correct with the first one. All right, so it tells you what the verb applies to. The verb here being to honor or to make heavy, right? To make weighty. Okay, so it's ath, and then abba yakar, right? So this word abba here means father, right? Father. Then you have this yakar, right? Ya is kind of like a filler word, but the ka means your, right? I kind of read it as like father of you, right? Your father, right? So honor thy father. So I can't do the S instead of an A. Let me correct that. Honor thy father, or make weighty, right? Again, that's where you could use that kabad, right? It's to make heavy, right? Makes like something serious, right? Your father, and of course, wa'ath amaka, right? Ama means mother, or ama, right? Amaka, your mother, right? So and thy mother.
Salakia.
Go ahead.
That one doesn't need the ya.
La'a. So you'll see instances where it doesn't necessarily need the ya. Like the ya is almost like a addition, because you could say abaka, and that would mean the same thing, right? Amaka means the same thing. Bayathka is your house. You know what I'm saying? You don't need the ya, but sometimes it is added, right? But it's not to, I don't want to get anyone to get confused and think you need the ya. You don't really need it, but it's sometimes added. But you would just look at what the root word is and what's following that, right? So the car here would be your father, okay? And thy mother, right? So then we have to the intent or for the purpose, right? Then we have ya arakwan, all right? So let's get that word in here, okay? So the root word is gonna be arak. So where is it? Where is it right here? Arakwan. All right, so let's get the root word. All right, the root word arak means to be long or to prolong, right? To prolong something. So to the intent, then you have ya araka, so that you might prolong, and then you have yam yaka. All right, yam yaka. The word for yamya is yam yam, right? Or yawam, right? Which means day. So it's like a way of saying, you could say yam yamka, or in this verse, you could just say yam yaka, but it means the same thing. It's the plural of day, means to say thy days or your days, right? So to the intent, to the intent, you may prolong, or to the intent that you really like the to the intent is what Lama Ayin like transliterates to. In the Bible, it would just translate it as like that you do this, right? And it's that means to the intent that this happens or for this purpose, right? So I'm gonna put that you may prolong thy days. Okay, so the Lama Ayin is kind of condensed to just mean that, right? For this purpose, that you may prolong thy days upon the land which the Lord thy God giveth to you, right? Or giveth thee, right? If we were to do it in Old English, since I'm doing Old English, let's keep the theme, all right? Which the Lord thy God giveth thee. Okay, all right. So then let's read on. All right, for these two, I'm gonna just go person by person. All right, so I'm gonna start with Taza Rap. Could you read verse 13?
Khan of the Wakan.
Sniper.
La'a.
No.
Tharatazak.
Look.
La'a Tharatazak. Exactly. Right. So we have it's just kind of two phrases. So we have La'a, and then we have Ratazak. We have Tharatazak, right? Which the Tha means thou or thee, meaning you are carrying out this verb. Right. So Ratazak is a verb, which of course, when we go into it, it means to kill, meaning to murder, right? So Ratazak, right? In the outline of biblical usage, to murder, slay, kill, premeditated, right? It could be premeditated, it could be accidental, right? It's where you're murdering somebody, which is not necessarily the same thing as taking somebody's life. You could take somebody's life, whether it be for punishment or like in war, but murder is different. And murder is where nobody has done anything wrong and you're just unaliving them to take their life. Okay, so thou shalt not kill, which is like the same thing. It's saying thou shalt not murder. Okay, so thou shalt not kill. I can put kill / murder. Right, that's the kill it's talking about. Okay. All right, then Kaila, could you read us the next line?
La'a Thana'ap.
La'a Thana'ap. All right, perfect. So La'a Thana'ap. So this is another thing you shall not do. All right, so let's get the word Na'ap. All right, so verse 14. Okay, so Thana'ap. Let's get it. So the word Na'ap, when we go into it, it means to commit adultery. All right, commit adultery, or figuratively idolatrous worship, meaning what? You're committing adultery against God if you serve an idol, right? But generally that word means to commit adultery. All right, so thou shall not commit adultery. All right. And what is adultery? You can tell me.
Salakia.
Go ahead.
Unlawful intercourse.
That's fornication. But adultery is a specific type of fornication.
Salakia.
Mhm.
That's sleeping with another man's woman, or vice versa. Sleeping with a sleeping with a
Exactly.
married woman.
Adultery is sleeping with another man's woman, or a woman that has a man sleeping with another man. Right? That would be a man committing adultery as if he lies down with another man's woman. That's adultery. Adultery is also in a woman if she has a man, if she has a husband, and she lies down with another man. She is committing adultery. Right? She is the adulteress. And the man she lies with is an adulterer. He's lying down with another man's woman. Okay? That is adultery. All right, so la'a thana'ap, thou shalt not commit adultery. All right, also, let me get this comment right here. As y'all come in, I'm saying shalom, Yahweh Shema Allah Taba Shem Yahweh Shai. And we have somebody else. Shalom to the sister Raib Kwa. All right, shalom, sis Yahweh Shema Allah Taba Shem Yahweh Shai. All right, cool. Let's carry on. All right, so la'a thana'ap. All right, back to Tazarat. Let's get this next verse 15.
Khan or Wakan. That will be La'a Tagan Tagana.
So do a VIP?
That a rock?
No, sorry.
That's do a VIP?
Taganar.
Thaganab, right? So la'a thaganab. Okay, so again, la'a means no, or the negative of what we're saying. We have tha, which is you, right? And then nagab means, if we go into it, the gab means to steal. All right, so let's go into the words, see the biblical usage. It means to steal, to carry away, pretty much to go by stealth and steal something. All right, so it's somebody being a thief. All right, so go ahead.
In the English letters, you have a P at the end.
Tripping, Salakia, the water. All right, Thaganab.
Khan, sir.
That's what's throwing you off, Salakia.
Khan, sir. I thought it was an R or a P because it says Khan.
Yeah, Salakia. Sometimes I made little typos. All right, but the water for pointing out, Kaila. All right, so thou shalt not steal. Okay, thou shalt not steal. So la'a thaganab. Right, again, you go in this word, you got the ga, na, and ba. Okay, so thaganab. All right, let's go the next verse. So Kaila, what are we on? 16? 16. All right, let's go.
La'a tha aina ba ra'aika. I'd shakwar.
No sign Christ. So la'a tha'aina ba ra'aika I'd shakwar. Okay, so we have la'a tha'aina. All right, so let's get this. We know what la'a means, of course, but what does aina mean? All right, aina means, let's get it, to answer, to respond, to testify, okay, to make an answer. All right, so this is going to be, let me see, for aina, thou shalt not testify. All right, thou shalt not, let me see. I'm gonna put, I could use testify. I could use testify or answer in this instance. Let me see actually. What is the concordance results? Where's the one which shows me how often the word is used? Strong's info. Okay, answer. All right, I could use answer here, or I could use testify. I'm gonna use testify for the verse. All right, then we have ba ra'aika. All right, we have ba ra'aika. All right, so let's get this word right here. So we know ba is a preposition meaning on. The ka at the end means your, right? It's something belonging to you. And then we have ra'ai, right? It's pronounced like that because, of course, you can see the root word right here is ra'ai, right? So you wouldn't pronounce this word rai, you pronounce it as ra'ai. Okay, so ba ra'aika, right? So on, And the word ra'aika means, or slightly, the word ra'ai means a friend, a companion, right? Another person. It's like a fellow citizen, right? So in this instance, it would be like your neighbor, right? Your brother, right? A friend, companion, another person. This is with how we should deal with each other, right? So if Moses is giving these laws to the children of Israel, this is how we're dealing with one another, right? Your companion, the man that's right next to you, right? Your fellow citizen, right? So I'm gonna put it as thy neighbor, right? So on thy neighbor, select here, Neighbour. So on thy neighbor, and then we have Eid Shakwar. All right, so let's get these two words. All right. So this is Eid in a different context. You know, usually Eid would be like until, right? But in this case, this Eid means witness. Okay, so witness or testimony, right? Which goes with, you know, how we're using the word testify, right? So testimony, and then we have shakwar, right? So we're putting that phrase together. So we got to figure out what shakwar means. All right, shakwar means a lie, right? Shakwar, a lie, falsehood, right? A lie, a deception. All right, so this is like a false witness or a false testimony. Okay, so I'm gonna put, is this word it's a masculine noun? Okay, so it's like saying a testimony, which is a lie, right? But it's a false. I'm gonna put a false testimony. Or I can put false testimony / witness. Is that right? Yeah, false testimony / witness. All right, of course, you can pick either of those words. Either of them work. You don't have to put the / here. I'm just putting it for kind of context sake. You could use either of those words. Okay, and let's go back. Let's go ahead and get the next verse. Next, let's do it like that. Okay, cool. So now we on verse 17, which is our last verse, right? And then we're gonna have all 10. And then we'll read back through it and see what laws we have as part of the 10 Commandments. Okay, so who just read this last line? That was yourself, Kayla, right? Okay, Tazarat, give me this first line of verse 17.
Honorable Khan. It will be La'a Sakamad. La'a Sakamad. Bayas. Ra'aik. Ra'aika. La'a Sakamad. Ashath. Ra'aika. Wa'ai Bad. Wa'ai Bathya.
So
Wa'ai Bathwa. Slakia.
So not I bath, but I bad.
I bad. I badia.
I bad wa.
I badwa.
So wa I badwa.
Wa I badwa. Slakia.
No sweat. Go ahead, Kyla.
Wa amathwa. Wa shawarwa. Wa kamarwa. Wa kal ashar la ra'aika.
Most High Christ. All right, good job. So we have the first phrase. So la'a thakamad, right? So we know this is saying not to do something, right? So we got to figure out what kamad means. So let's get it. Okay, the word kamad, when you go into it, all right, it means to desire or to covet. It's like to desire or to covet, right? So this is to covet something, right? To desire something, right? But this in this instance, it's something that doesn't belong to you. So you can desire, you can desire something generally, but there's some things that we're told not to desire, right? In this case, it would be the sin of coveting, right? So we'll put, thou shalt not covet. It's going to make sense as we read on. Right? Thou shalt not covet. It's like you covet. All right. Then we have bayath. It's like I should have been saying this prior, right? Is there any words or phrases anybody recognizes before I go through it? I know the previous ones is likely words you won't have known, but for this verse, there might be words and phrases you recognize.
Salakia.
Go ahead.
Bayath.
Which means what? House, exactly. Right? So house, and then ra'aika means the same thing like up here, right? Ra'i is like your fellow, your citizen, your fellow citizen, your friend, your companion, thy neighbor, right? So bayath ra'aika would mean what?
The house of your neighbor.
The house of your neighbor, right? Or thy neighbor's house, exactly. Right? So, and what does it have right here? Does it have a ba before? Yeah, no, bayath ra'aika, right? So, thy neighbor's house, okay? And that's why it's coveting. Like you can desire something, but you can't desire something that belongs to somebody else, right? You can desire to have a house, but you can't covet your neighbor's house. You can't covet your neighbor's house to take his house, right? Why? Because thou shalt not steal. You shouldn't steal, and you shouldn't think to think about, stealing or plotting something on something that isn't yours, something that belongs to your neighbor, right? So then we have, I'll slack it going. Is there any other words anybody recognizes?
Khan. Ashath.
Ashath, what does that mean?
Woman.
So ashath comes from the word ashar, which means woman. Ashath, that word itself is like a woman that belongs to somebody, right? The tha at the end is where it kind of becomes a possession now, right? So ashath would be like the specific word to say wife, right? So this is a woman that belongs to ra'aika, thy neighbor. So you could translate this as thy neighbor's woman, or more specifically, thy neighbor's wife, right? Not even more specifically, it's the same thing, right? Another word to say it, thy neighbor's woman or thy neighbor's wife, right? So I'm gonna put thy, it's like, yeah, thy neighbor is such an annoying word to spell. I'm gonna just copy it, all right? So thy neighbor's wife, okay? And then, of course, we have la'a, tha, kamad right here, which is the same thing. So thou shalt not covet. Thou shalt not covet. Okay, any other words or phrases?
Ashar.
Ashar, okay, which means what? Which, okay, so we have this phrase right here. So we have ashar. The full phrase is going to be wakal ashar. You know what the wakal part is?
And all, or and
all. Exactly. And all, or and anything. I'm going to put anything here, right? And anything which, and then again, we have this la ra'aika. So la as a preposition means what?
2 or 4.
2 or 4, right? So I'm going to put right here, anything which is for thy neighbor, right? Anything that belongs to your neighbor, your brother, your fellow citizen, okay? Now, of course, good night. I did copy this word, so let me just paste it here. Yeah, there we go. I was putting an A here for no reason. All right, so anything which is for thy neighbor, right? Or which belongs to thy neighbor, right? Okay, any other words or phrases?
Ibadwa.
Ibadwa, okay.
Is it servants?
Not servants, but you're close. You're very close, right? So ibad, as you said, means servant, right? Servant. The wa at the end isn't to pluralize it. That would be ibadiyam, right? But the wa is a possessive adjective. You could tell me what the wa means. His, exactly right. Right? So similar to how like the ka here is thy neighbor, your neighbor, the wa here means his. So his servant, right? So you kind of, thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife. The wa here, wa typically means and, but it's really just a continuation on. So you could use or in this context because it's something you could use and, it makes sense, but in the English, this is more how we use the word all, right? So I'm gonna put all his servant or all his, let me see, I'm gonna put manservant, right? So ibad is a male servant, right? Or his manservant. Okay, any other words? La'a. Tazarap, are there any words or phrases you recognize here?
La wakal, slakia. Wakal might be a word, but I don't think so, sir.
No sweat, no sweat. So we had what Cal here earlier, right? So why is the preposition and? Cal means like all or everything in this category, right? So we have right here this phrase wakal ashar would be like and anything which and then
oh Khan, yeah, we did go with that. Slakia, sir.
No sweat, no sweat at all. All right, so we have really three phrases, right? So we're left with wa amathwa, right? So the wa is like an and, right? The same thing here, right? So we have ibad meaning manservant. Amath, let's get it here, is a maid servant, right? So you have like Ashar, that means woman. Ama means maid servant, okay, a female servant. So I'm gonna put all his, and of course the Y at the end is his, right? This belongs to him, his maid servant, okay? Then we have Wa Shawarwa. The word Shawar is a word which means bull, right? Bull or ox. Okay, well, if I go into it, Shawar. Shawar is the bull is the tribe, is the symbol for the tribe of Manasseh, the Cubans. All right, Shawar is the symbol for the tribe of Manasseh. So that's how I kind of remember Shawar, right? It's a bullock or an ox. Okay, so ox, bullock, right, or bull. I'm gonna put ox, right? So all is ox, and the word kamar is also an animal. Does anybody know what that animal is?
When you don't make it, you can't do this.
Will be a donkey.
A donkey, exactly. Which is what made you remember that?
Well, if I'm gonna be honest, there's an Ak named Kawamar, and I thought that his name was Kamar, but I was wrong. So
Okay,
that's how
no
I remember.
sweat. No sweat. So kamar is an ass or a donkey, right? Which is the symbol for the tribe of Issachar, right? So that's how I remember it. Kamar is the symbol for the tribe of Issachar, right? So all his, I'll put ass / donkey, right? In case ass is a little too pause, right? So like his donkey is how we'd say it today. All right. So those are the 10 commandments. All right. So let's go through and read it from the top. Right. So we've been working and translating this whole thing. So like for this week where I didn't have the time to go over the letters, but I'm gonna still read it. All right, as we usually did. You know, it's like as we do anyway. All right. So Wayadabar Alahayim Ath Kal Had, it's like Hadabarium Ha'Allah La'amar. So and God spake all of these words saying, right? So this Ha'Allah is these, right? La'amar means saying. And Yah, I am Yahweh, the Lord, Alahayaka, your God or your power, right? Which Ashar Ha Taza'ath Yaka. It's like a ha wa taza'ath yaka, meaning to bring you out or to take you out of something. Ma'arataza matazarium, the land of Egypt, right? So ma from Arataza land, matazarium Egypt, from the land of Egypt. Ma bayath ibadium, from the house of slaves or from the house of bondage. Okay. We have la'a yahaya laka, there shall not. So there shall not be. So la'a yahaya is there shall not be or there shall not become. Laka to you. Alahayim akarium, right? So Alahayim is gods. Akarium means like other, right? Another, after, something that comes after. So another God. Al Panya means before the Most High, or before God, right? Before his face. Okay, so that's the first law. We shall not serve, we shall not have, there shall not be any other gods before the Most High, right? Before, in the presence of the Lord. We shall not be serving any other God. We shall not be bowing down to some Christian cross, or having eaten some turkey right now to serve some pagan holiday, or getting ready to put, you know, boxes of toys and whatever and socks underneath a tree, which is another idol. We should not be serving any other God aside from the Most High. Okay? La'ah, for Aisha, Laka means thou shalt not make to you. All right, so Aisha means to do or make. You shall not make to yourself. Pasal, an engraven image. Wakal, Tha, Mawana, and any likeness. Ashar is which. Bashamayim is in the heaven. And Ma'al means above. So in the heavens above. Wa Ashar, Ba'arataza, Mathakath. So, and which is in the earth below, right? So, I think it's just the kaf means below, right? So it's like ma of below, right? So beneath, right? Wa ashar. I might be reading it. Am I reading too much, or is everyone like following along, or should we just read? I think it's 12. It's 12. I'll just read through the whole thing. I know it's quite a lot of verses, but we're going through it, right? For anybody that missed it again. All right, so Bamayam Mathakath La'aratazar, right? So it's like, and the waters, so Mayam is waters, Mathakath from below, so beneath, La'aratazar, beneath the earth. Okay. Then we have, matter of fact, let me make this bigger. So it's I can zoom in far as everyone can see better. Okay, so La'a, Fa, Shathakwa, Laham. All right, so La'a, you shall not do something. Shathakwa means to bow down, right? Then you have Laham, which is to them. So thou shalt not bow down to them. Wa La'a, Fa'ibad, it's like here. Wa La'a, Fa'ibadam, right? So Ibad is a root word here meaning to serve. So as a verb, it means to serve. So thou shalt not serve them. Okay, Kaya, for or because. Anakya Yahweh, I am the Lord. Right, so Anakya is another way of saying I am, similar to Anya. Right, we had it earlier in the earlier verse. Alahayaka is your God. And we have Al Quana'ah. It's like Allah Quana'ah. Right, so Allah is like means God. And then Quana'ah, I think this word is pronounced as Al. I'm not sure. All right, but either Al or Allah Quana'ah means a jealous God. Okay, Paquad means to visit something, right? Or to visit something, or to punish something. Okay, you have Iwan, Abath, right? So the Iwan is iniquity, Abath is the fathers. Okay, you have Il Banyam, so upon the children. Il Shalashiam, Wa'il Rabayam, so upon the third and fourth generation, right? La, it's like, yeah, the third and fourth generation. La Shana Ayah, of them that hate me, right? So La in this case would be to them that hate me, right? Shana Ayah is to hate, and then the Yah is me. Okay, so that's verse 4. I don't want to take too long on this. I'm gonna just read the English, right? So we got, and showing mercy to thousands of them that love me and keep my commandments. Okay, so here we have 2 commandments. There shall be no gods before you. You should not make, I think this is 3. No, yeah, this is 2. Make no gods before the Most High. You should not make no graven images to bow down to them or serve them. That's the second commandment. All right, you can't make any graven images and bow down like the children of Israel did with that foolish calf. You can't do that. Okay, verse 6. Thou shalt not take the name of the Lord thy God for vanity or in vain. All right, that's the third commandment. Don't take the Lord's name in vain. The Lord will not hold guiltless him that taketh his name for vanity. What does it mean to take the Lord's name in vain? It means you value it at nothing. Right? An example is where you say, I swear to God I swear to God that I didn't steal this, and you stole it. Right? If you're swearing to the Most High and you're lying on him, you're holding his name for nothing. His name means nothing if you're using it like that. That is a sin. You cannot do that. And you can't hold the Lord's name as nothing. You can't, swear things on the Lord when you're lying. You shouldn't even swear things on the Lord about anything, because you don't have that power. You don't have the power to, swear things on the Lord's name and this, that, and the third. You cannot do that. All right. So that's, am I the third or fourth? That's the third. Yeah. No gods before the Most High. No graven images to bow down to them, and the Lord's name for vain. Right. So that's 3. Okay. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. That's the 4th law. Remember the Sabbath day. All right. 6 days you do labor. That's just explaining, it's like breaking it down. You do all your labor, all your work in 6 days. The 7th day is the Sabbath to the Lord. You don't do any work. Neither your son, your daughter, your maidservant, manservant, your cattle, your animals can't even do work on that day, nor any stranger that's within thy gates. Okay. For 6 days the Lord made, the heaven and the earth and the sea and all that's in them, and he rested on the 7th day. Because that happened, because he did that, the Lord blessed the 7th day, the Sabbath day, and made it holy. All right, so that's 4 commandments so far. The 5th, honor thy father and thy mother, that you may prolong thy days upon the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee. That's 5. Right. The 6th, thou shalt not kill or murder. Am I tripping? 7, thou shalt not commit adultery. 8, thou shalt not steal. 9, thou shalt not testify on thy neighbor false testimonial. Thou shalt not bear false witness on thy neighbor. And the 10th is thou shalt not covet. You shall not covet your neighbor's house, his wife, his manservant, maidservant, his ox, his donkey, anything that belongs to your brother, your neighbor, your fellow citizen. Okay, and those are the 10 commandments which the Most High delivered to the children of Israel. All right, and if we live by these, by 10 commandments and all the rest of the commandments and the laws, again, there are more than 10 commandments. Even your Christian pastor don't even keep the 10, but there are more than these 10. But if we keep these laws, which the foundation of the laws are to serve God, love the Most High with all your heart and all your soul, and to love your neighbor, your brother, as yourself. All right, so if we love our neighbor, if we love our brother, we won't steal from him. We're not going to look his woman. We're not going to lie against him and bear false witness, say he did this when he didn't. We're not going to commit adultery, steal his woman. We're not going to unalive our brother for whatever reason, for whatever foolish reason you have in your mind to take your brother's life. You cannot do those things. All right. Hold on. Let me see what question we got. Shalom to Olivia Arnold. All right. Shalom. We also got, hold on. So, Lucky, I don't know, where do we get the Lashawan Qadash font? Okay. So what I've used, and this works mainly on the phone, right? What I use to get like this font, the Paleo Hebrew font, is a site called where is it? Do I have it in my bookmarks? I don't think so. I'm gonna type in just Paleo Hebrew converter. All right, this is the one, right? A little Hebrew Paleo. Now it doesn't really work on like a laptop or something, but it does work on a phone. So what I use my phone to get the like if I can't really show you an example here. Let me see. I'll do this. I can show a rough example. Like if I was to type, do my name, right? Ra Alban. Ra Alban. All right. Just to show an example. All right, if I was to put that in here, again, it don't really convert well on the laptop, but if you was to convert it on your phone, it would look kind of like this, these letters right here. Now, some of the letters aren't perfect, so I do go over some of them, like the Shah, the Ka, the why, so on and so forth. But that is where I get the fun. It's this this site that I use my phone, the Paleo Hebrew Conversion Tool. So you should be able to find that site online. I just type in Paleo Hebrew Converter and it comes up. It's the one that says a littlehebrew.com. Right, if that answered your question. All right, no sign Christ. Okay, cool. So those are the 10 Commandments. Does anybody have any questions or anything you want to run over before we go ahead and get into the vocabulary?
La.
La, sir.
No sign Christ. So we'll go ahead and get into the vocabulary. So for the vocab, we're reading from so for tomorrow's Sabbath service, we're going to be reading from Numbers chapter 1 and verse 23. Okay, so let's get it. So we got Paquad Yaham. All right, Paquad Yaham. Okay, so the root here is going to be Paquad. So let's get it. So Paquad. Let me caps lock it. Hold on. Hold it, and yeah, that's it. All right, Paquad. Man. Okay, and it means to visit, attend to muster, to appoint. Did we have that word earlier? Or it was pasal? Hold on, what was this word which was like to visit?
We had Paquad in our vocabulary last week.
Paquad, right here, right? To visit, right? To visit. So that's the what we did. What am I saying? Did that word earlier. So in this case, it can mean to visit, right? It can also be to, let me see. All right, to, hold on. Muster, charge, deposit, points to have, like a punishment. Okay, so let's get right here. A point. Okay. So it can mean, let me go back into it. To visit, to attend to appoint. Okay, so I'm gonna put this as point right here.
Salakia.
Go ahead.
You had also put deliver once. Is that still accurate? Or it depends how it's used?
Depends how it's used. It's like to deliver something, right? Like in the verse earlier, it's like to deliver a punishment. Okay. You have right here, so the most common definition is to number, right? So numbered is 99 times. So we put that as the main definition. Number, or to number, I should say, it's a verb. To punish is in the context of like visiting a punishment, right? Or you know, if someone does a crime and the police visit them, right? You're getting ready to you know, punish them. So I'm gonna put to visit, and maybe a point. Let me see, appointed 19, 12. I think that works, right? To visit or to appoint. To number, to visit or to appoint. I know I don't particularly like when words have multiple definitions because it's hard to figure out when we should use them, but some cases it can't be avoided. It can have different kind of meanings based on the context of what we're talking about. Okay, so Paquad Yaham means to number, and then them, or the number of them, right? So the ham at the end, the suffix is means them, right? Them in the masculine. So it's like the number of them, or those, it says those that were numbered. Then we have lamata. All right, so let's get this. So we have la, of course, as a preposition. So la, I'm gonna write this word once. Preposition. No, of course I'll spell it wrong already. Preposition. All right, copy this word. So la as a preposition, of course, means to or for. Then you have the word mata. All right, mata. Okay, this word mata, of course, you have mata, which means down. Like when we say yad yam mata, that means down. In this context, comes from nata, which means to stretch. Mata means rod or staff, right? Rod, staff, or tribe, right? Rod, staff, or tribe, which is also similar to another word, which I'm also just add to the vocab. So rod, staff. Rod and staff is basically the same thing. Let's see what this is. Staff, 34, tribe is mostly tribe, rod. Okay, so I'm gonna put staff / tribe, and I'm gonna also look for another word which means the same thing. Let me see if I search in here. Tribe. All right, because this is the word that I would actually see which one would be more correct to use for tribe. So you have Matar right here, and you have Shabbat. So that's the word that I'm more familiar with. Clan or tribe. Let me see. Does it show how many times it's used? This one is used once, but there's another one. Shabbat. Rod, scepter, staff, and tribe. Okay. Right? It could also mean, hold on, unused word meaning to branch off. So that makes sense. Okay. Tribe. And how often is this word used? Tribe 140 times. And this one is used 140 times. They damn near equal. Good night. Okay. So you could use either of them interchangeably. You could use Shabbat or you could use Matah. Either one is correct. Okay, so they in this context it means tribe. So I'm gonna put the same thing here, right? Tribe, rod, scepter, staff. Okay, so this is Shabbat. Put the same thing. Staff. I could. Staff and rod are interchangeable. I'll put them. Put them all here, right? Rod, staff, or tribe. Okay. It's interesting. There are matter of fact. Let me very quickly. So this is used for where we at? Tribe 140 times. Okay, and then let me go into Meta on the Blue Letter Bible too. Let's see something real quick. So Strong's info tribe. This is 182 times. Okay, so I suppose this is the word that's more commonly used to mean a tribe. A branch is extending, figuratively a tribe. So again, really interchangeable, right? Interchangeable. But apparently Mata is used more to say tribe. I just want to read this definition again. This is interesting to me. So like I know I'm going back and forth a little bit, but this is interesting to me because I know tribe to be Shabbat. But if there is a word that's more common, we should typically default to that word. Okay. Clan, tribe. Corresponding to this mean to branch off. Oh, I hit the wrong one. For unused root meaning to jump off, a scion, a stick, punishing, this down the third. Figuratively a clan. So again, figuratively like a tribe, it's the same thing. So I guess the default really should be Mata. They're both used over 100 times, pretty much interchangeable. Okay. But I'm cool with that. All right, so what tribe? So the tribe of Shammai one, which is Simeon. Name Simeon, which means he's like God hears or God has heard my affliction. The word, it comes from the word Shammai, meaning hear, and she named him that, saying that, you know, God has heard my what's the word? Heard my affliction. I think that's what the mother said. I wanna very quickly, because I've done this wrong one time, I think with Shammai one. Let me find what I put for the meaning previously. Shammai one heard. Shammai one heard Affliction heard. Yeah. Let's do that. All right. So affliction heard is what I'm gonna put. Okay. But really, heard is the same thing. But you know, if we're being specific, that's why his mother named him that. Affliction heard. Okay. Goodness. Then we have Thashai wa Kamashium. Okay, so Thashai is the number 9. Kamashium is 50. All right, number 50. Okay, then we have Alap. Okay, Alap is a word which means 1,000. Okay, and then Wa Shalash. So again, Shalash is the number 3. And then we have Ma, it is Ma'awath, but really, if you go into this root words, it's going to be Ma'a, right? So Ma'a is 100. Okay, so if we're reading, and this is like how you can combine numbers, right? So Shai wa Kamashium, so 9 wa and 50,000, right? So what's that? 950,000. 9 and 50. Hold on. 9 and 50,000. No, that'd be 59,000, right? 59,000 and 300. Shalash Ma'ath, right? 3 or Ma'awath, right? Because it's plural. Okay. So Ma'awath. And 300. Oh, let me I want to see this verse just to make sure I'm getting the right number. It should be what, 59,000? Let me get right here. We're in Numbers 1:23. Am I tripping? Numbers. I'll just put number. All right, whatever. Numbers 1:23. 50 and 9,000. Yeah, so 59,300. Okay. All right, let's get back to it. That's 24. All right, so La, Banya, Gad, right? So these is from the sons of Gad. So La is 204. We have Banya, so like Banya, which is sons or children. You could say Banya or you could say Banyam. Right? It means the same thing, sons or children. We have Gad, which of course is the name of the tribe of Gad. Right? So name, Gad, his name means troop. Okay. And we have Thawalad, it's like a Tha Waladatham. Okay, so this part is saying there, something that belongs to them. Let's get into the word. Thawalada is a genealogy. Okay, comes from Yalad, which means child or to give birth. And it, so Tha Walad, Thawalada. Okay. Thawalada. It means genealogy. Hold on. Generation. Generational genealogy. Registration right here. Okay. So all of those are fine. So generation, genealogy. I'm gonna put generation / registration. Okay. Again, this is your registry. All right. This is your lineage. In other words, right? Your generations. Okay. La Mashapakatham. All right. So Mashapaka. Right. This is another word we went through a while back. Mashapaka. This is the word of how you'd say family. Right. Family. I remember we went through family members. This is how you'd say family, clan, tribe, relatives. That's just by extension. These are your family. Right? Your family is your tribe, nation, your immediate family, you know what I'm saying, your kindred, so on and so forth. Okay, so I'm gonna put, what's this mostly defined as? Family. That's perfect. All right, family. Okay, la bayath. So we have the word bayath, which of course we got from earlier, means house. We have Abba thumb. Okay, the root here is Abba, which means father. Okay. Then we have Ba Masapar. Okay, so Ba, preposition meaning in, on, or with. We have Masapar. Okay, you could tell me, does anybody know what Masapar means? So we have Ma here. I don't think Ma is the preposition. Masapar is the word itself, coming, of course, from the root sapar. All right. So, suppose Masapar. It's like, I know I asked that question and pretty much answered it straight away. I apologize. Masapar means number, right? It means to number or count something. Right? It comes from the root sapar. Who can tell me what sapar means?
Salakia. To count?
Not necessarily to count, so that's Masapar. Right? So it's like to number, to tally. You could say that also. What's it? Yeah, number or tally, right? Literally those two things, right? Number or tally, but the word sapar, in the context of a noun, this is like a, I'm gonna see if anyone can get it. Let's see. We'll go into this one. This sapar is kind of different. So it's like sapar as a this is a noun masculine, right? But there's another, hold on, denominative verb from sapar. This is what I'm looking for, right? This sapar is like a book or scroll. So why is this saying this is a verb? I mean a noun. Okay, no, this is a verb, right? So you have sapar as a noun, right? Which means book or scroll. Scroll, right? Then you have, I'll put this specifically as a noun. Then you have sapar as a verb, and it means to like record something, right? Like what you do with a book, you record something in a book, okay? And then you have masapar, which comes from that, right? Masapar is mean you know, these are the things that are of a record. These are things that are recorded, that are numbered, that are tallied up, right? That are, just think of it as like from a record, right? From, if that makes sense, I don't know if that makes sense, right? But it means to record, right? It says here to score with a mark as a tally or to record, right? See where it's mostly translated. Count, tell. Okay, so to really like tell the is to tell what's recorded, right? To relay the information, if that makes sense, right? So I'm gonna put, it's mostly defined as what? Told or to tell. So I'm gonna put this here. Like this should say verb. It means to tell. So you're telling something that's, or recounting information. But you see also, is there one that says recount? Yeah, recount right here. So you're recounting the information that's recorded. You could also use it just to count or declare. And what was the one I was going to use? To count, recount. I think recount works, right? Recount and count, I'm almost put in the same verb, right? You're recounting information. All right, so to tell or recount, that works for me. Okay. And then you have masapar, meaning a number or a tally, right? Number or account of something, right? So how much of this is recorded, okay? Then you have shamwath, the root being sham, which means name. All right, so shamwath is the plural. You have maban, hold on. So ma is of or from. Let's get that ma. Not masapar again, but ma is a preposition. Ma is a preposition, means of or from. We have ban. Okay, so from, hold on. So it's really okay. It's weird, but it's from the sons or from the child. Aishariyam Shana, so 20 years. So from the sons, right, or from the what's the word? Descend from the. It's not children because they're not children. They're 20 years old. From the I suppose of the sons of 20 years, right? So according to the names of the sons from 20 years and above. Okay, so the name of, again, you know, the next generation, 20 years and above. Okay, so I'm gonna put ban, just put it in here. Ban means son or child. You have Aisharayam, extra thing. Aisharayam is 20. You have Shana, which means year. Okay, and then you have wa, ma, ila. So we have wa now as a preposition. We'll just put it and. I'll put and in brackets is like a continuation. Because really it's not always and, but it's continuing on what's being said. Then you have ila. It means above, over. Oh, let me go into it. Above, upward, or over. Okay, above, upwards. Of course, I got this. Damn. Upwards or over. Okay. Right. So really, hold on. It said ma'ila. Alright, oh, so okay. So ma'ila. All right, so ma'ila. Hold on. No. This would be a ma'il. It comes from the word ila. So ma'il. Upward. They all kind of mean the same thing, right? Isle, ila, ma'il. It's all above, upwards, over. It's all the same kind of vein, right? You have cow, all, every. Okay. Then we have yataza'a. All right, yataza'a. Okay. Yataza'a means to go out or to come out. To go out. To come out of something or to come forth from something. It's to leave, like to go out is the kind of simplest way I could describe it. Go out, go forth, to come out. It can be used to say to bring, as in to brought. You can bring something out. Like if you're leaving with your family, you're leaving with your animals and cattle, you're bringing everything out, right? So that's where it can be used in the word of to brought. But yeah, to go out. All right. Also, shalom to. What in the hell? What is going on in these comments? All right. Let me see. I don't know what y'all talking about. All right. Whatever. Someone put Kamash. Shalom to Kamash. Yahweh Shemi Shabbat. All right, shout out Texas. Okay. We have Yataza'ah, then Tazaba'ah. Okay, so let's get it. Tazaba'ah is a host, an army, or a war. Okay, Tazaba'ah is a mass of people, so it's an army. Which really, a host and the army is the same word. All right, a host is like a squadron. Okay, so army, host, kind of the same thing. War also. I'm gonna do like this: host / army / war. Right? It's really a mass of people, right? Whether it be the mass of people who are together, or generally, if there's a war going on, it's a giant mass of people fighting each other. Okay. Let's go back. So Tazaba'ah. Okay. And then the next verse, Paquad Yaham, so the number of them of the tribe of Gad. Mashah, so 5. Wa Arabayim, and 40. So 45,000. Right? Do we have, suppose I don't have Kamash, so let's just go ahead and get these numbers down. So Kamash is 5. That's like 5. All right, then we have Arabayim. So Arabayim is 40. All right, Alap we already have, which is 1,000. Shashah is 6. And then what was it? Ma'awath, 100. Wakamashim. Okay. Kamashim do we have from earlier? I believe so. Where are the numbers at? Yeah, Kamashim, which is 50. Okay, so the number of the tribe of Gad was 45,650. Okay. Labanya, Yahawada. All right, so this is now Judah. Yahawada. All right, so let's put name, Judah. Yahweh, thanks, or God, thanks. Okay. We have genealogies, we have family already. Bayath, Abatham, the house of their fathers, the number, Shemath. Yeah, the same thing. So all the children from 20 years and above, all were able to go out to war. All right, so it's kind of repeating the same thing. So for those from the tribe of Judah, so the number of the tribe of Judah was 4. So Arabai, Washabayim, so 74,600. Okay, Labanya, Yashakar. All right, so let's get Issachar. Yashakar. Okay. It's like name. How do you spell Issachar? Issachar. And his name means he is hired. Okay. We have these words. Have all these words already. Okay, so the number of Issachar was 54,000. So we have those words. We have Arabai. I'm sure let's just put Arabai here. Arabai. Okay, it's the number 4. Wakamashim, so 54,400. Okay. All right, then we have the tribe of Zebulun. So let's get Zebulun. Let's see. I'm sure. Do we those in the class? Do we good on the names of the tribes of Israel? Because I don't want to go through all the names if it's basically we kind of already know them. You know them. Okay, Tazarep. Are you good on the name of the tribes of Israel? Take that as a count. All right. Zebulun, his name means, what was that? The bottom one, it was like dwelling. Dwelling, that's the one. Dwelling place. Oh, let me really quickly double check. Zebulun. Yeah, dwelling. Dwelling, the bottom one. Okay. Where we at? Oh, I'm tripping. Put the English spelling here. So it would be Zabala. Zabala 1. Missing the A. All right, Zabala 1. So let me just go through and see if I find any new words, as we have all these. It's pretty much just going through each tribe. I think we good. I don't want to have to read through all of the same thing. All right. I think we Tawab on that. Let me see. If it pretty much does this the same, it's going through the same thing throughout the entire verse or chapter, I should say. Okay. Let's read from here. Okay. Okay. Read from here. Let's get from verse 44. So Allah, which means these. Paquadiaham, so the ones that were numbered. So Paquadians, like here. So the numbers, or those who are numbered. Ashar is which. Paquad Mashar, so Moses numbered. Mashar being Moses. Name. Moses. His name means what, like drawn from water? I think I'm just gonna put Moses. I don't wanna go into all that, right? And Aaron. So Aharon. Right, Aharon is Aaron. Okay. Wa Nashaya'a. Okay, Nashaya'a. It's a new one. Nashaya'a. It's way too many A's. It's like Nashaya'a means a prince, a leader, okay, a ruler, king or sheikh, rising mist. Basically means one who's lifted up. Comes from what? Nasha'a, which means to lift up. So one who's exalted. So it's basically any ruler, right? So ruler / leader. I could just leave it as that. One who's lifted up, right? Exalted. Okay. The hell? Okay. So the leaders of Israel. All right, Yasha'Allah. 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 All right, Israel. Shanyam. So Shanya or Shanyam is the number 2. Aishara is 10. So Aishara, Shanyam Aishara is 12. Okay. Ayash means man, person. Just man or person is Tawab. Akkad, so each one, so each man. Or it says right here, one man, Labayath, Abath Yawah. So one man for the house of his father, right? So one man each. So a card, each tribe, basically. Card is 1. Bayath is house. We have that already. Abath Yawah, All right. What's this? Okay, Hayah. Meaning to be or become. Be/become. All right, cool. I think we good to close it out right there. I think we're good on that. Does anybody need a little bit more time to write down any words, or are we pretty much following along? Are we good to go? Yo, just let me know. Let me maximize this. Okay, I'm assuming we're good to go. Taza Rappi, are you there to close out the salute, or you might be
Khan, I'm too up, sir.
Okay, all right. With that, I'm gonna pass it over to Trooper Taza Rap. If you could close out with the salute for me, Baba Kushar.
Khan Adawa Khan. Israel, we're gonna give a courtesy salute to the teacher. If we could Imadium, which means to stand. Imadium Shabbat. Imadium Barak. Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai Barakatah.
Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai Barakatham.
Yad Matah. We're now going to give a courtesy salute to the sisters. Sisters, please. Imadium, which means to stand. Imadium Shabbat. Imadium Barak. Yahweh
Yahweh
Shamar
Shemar
Bahashim
Bahashim Yahweh
Yahweh
Shai.
Yahweh Shemar Yahweh Shai.
Yad Matah. Class dismissed.
Okay. All right. The water y'all once again for tuning in. And I'm sorry, cry. We'll see y'all next week. All right, next week, Friday, for the next Lashawan Qadash topic. All right, Shalom Israel.
Shalom, Yahshua.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to ISUPK.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do. They're one West. They're one West. They're one West. They're